Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to tackle the front of this truck. Again, 2.5 inch lift. I will also have a link in this video as well to the lift I bought. I think right now it's going for like $197, just under 200 bucks on eBay. I did get mine for $155 plus taxes, so it was under 170 bucks for this, and it includes the shocks and the coil spacers on the front, and back here on the back you guys can see shocks and new U-bolts and a block, 2-inch block. So pretty decent lift, I think, so far. Really not that bad of quality, I guess, for what it, especially for the cost. So we're gonna go ahead and yank the shock out. So you're basically going to need a 19 millimeter. We're going to pop this off right up here on top, and then after we get this off, we will pull these bolts off here. I'll get this one from the inside, and then we'll get the other two from inside here. You guys can see those right there. And once we're done there, I'm going to yank this wheel off as well, and then we'll undo the bottom shock bolt down there. So let me get these yanked off, and I will cut back when I get the wheel and this shock loosened. All right, guys, so I've got the bolt pulled off the top here. This is a 19 mil. These down below here are 15s. I've got both of those pulled, or all three of those pulled off here. So what I'm getting ready to hit now is basically you're going to need your 21 millimeter at extension, and you're going to go in right through here, and get on that socket right down in there, and you're going to back that one out. I'll have to go get a breaker bar real quick and see if I can get this broke loose, and then we'll try this again. So I'll cut back here in just a second. So I haven't been recording most of this just because it's taken way longer than it needed to and been a bigger pain in the butt. So my coil spring compressor here doesn't compress it far enough to get the block in on top. There's just not enough room. Number one, to get it in here, you have to get down low on here as well, and then you can't get the thing off. So pretty much clamp it up here, and I clamped it here, got it as tight as I could get it. Was not quite enough, close, but just not quite there. So I ended up having to undo basically here, and your sway bar. So drop this all down. Was able to get it in there with the compression spring still on it. You'll need them both to still get it in there. It's pretty tight. Got it all put in. Basically all I'm lacking right now is the shock. Well, my problem with the shock is this bolt that came out of the original one will not fit through this hole here. So I'm getting ready to run up to local parts store, but yeah, you guys can see just a touch off. So if they don't have something, I may be drilling these out or trying to swap the bushings out. Yeah, we're gonna go see what they got, take one of these with me, and see what I can come up with. But right now, that's where I'm at. Again, this took a lot longer. One thing I did notice, I'm probably gonna have to rebuild this front end at some point. A lot of these tie rods are pretty wore out, so that'll be another video another time. But right now, spacers are in. Got my spring clocked right back where it was. I marked it on the side, plus you got up at the top where it goes in that rubber boot. I was able to keep that all together. So yeah, but that's kind of where it's at. I'll cut back here in just a minute, and I'll let you guys know what I find as far as being able to get the shock put back on, so I can get this side finalized here. So I'll cut back. All right, guys, so got this drilled out the direction I ended up going. Ended up being a 9/16 drill bit is what I could find. I think these are 14 mil, so you're close enough. Fits pretty snug, a lot of play in it. So had to drill these out. So that's one thing. I guess if you buy this kit, you may have to do. A little frustrating, but it's doable. So drill press, a 9/16 bit, is what I ended up using. Again, I think this is actually like a 14 millimeter bolt, but that's what I had. So, and it fits nice, better than what was in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this one bolted into place, and then I'll get the wheel on, and then I'll do kind of the same thing, compare this side to that side before I jump on the other one. So I'll cut back. All right, guys, got this side done. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a measuring tape on it here so you guys can see. So you're setting at about 9.5 on this side now. Pretty close. So I'm guessing the other side's gonna be about 7-ish. So let's look and see here. Yeah, we're dead at 7 inches. So exactly what it said, 9.5 inches. Quite a difference, to be honest. You guys, I'll step back here, let you kind of see. So there's that side of the truck. Walk back around to this side real quick. And the other side. So I'll cut back here in just a little bit when I start working on the other side. Guys, so we're on the other side now. I've got the shock pulled out, basically same process. You pull your shock out through the top, pull that bracket off right there. You can pull the whole thing out. That shock was trash as well, just like the others. So basically, the way this single action one works, you go the right direction. There we go. And you basically tighten from one point here. Once you start getting her snugged up, you can put these little safety pins in place. Go a little more on that one. Yeah, might be tiny. Yeah, maybe need to go a little more here. So I'll zoom out just a little bit there. You guys can see a little better. But these are the pins I'm talking about. Right there. So after you get it in, they'll slide just like that one did into place. Again, gotta put a little bit of pressure on them. I also leave the jack underneath, so it puts some of the pressure on the springs. As you can see, I got the jack still underneath it, the weight's off the frame. So we're kind of compressing this spring as well. And you just basically crank on it until you get enough play that you can get it out. So takes it a while, but it will go. So anyway, I'm gonna keep it this. Yeah, so far I can only get the top ones, but I'm gonna keep going on this until I get the spring out and we'll cut. All right, guys, so basically got this where I want it. I still can't get this one on all the way, but we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let the pressure off the jack here and kind of let it down. So well, maybe I am. Okay, got that let down. And now you guys can see that's the kind of room that I have to deal with. We'll see how this one goes. I'm hoping this one will go in a little easier than the last one. We'll find out here, see what she does. Seems like I got a little more play on this side, so it's definitely a plus. So let me go over here. And we'll see what happens here. Oh yeah. So way easier on this side of the truck. The other side, like I said, I had to undo some stuff. So to get it to drop, this side came right down. So I'm actually going to get my bolts thrown in this, get this up in place, and I'll cut back in a minute. All right, guys, got this side coil back in. So basically how I did this too is I put these nuts on top to hold this in place and keep these all where they're supposed to be. Now I'm gonna take these back off, drop the shock and the top cap in, and then we'll put this thing back together and be basically done on this side. So I'll cut back when I get this all put together and kind of show you guys the final product. All right, guys, got the truck done. That's what she looks like with a leveling kit, or a 2.5 inch lift, whatever you want to call it. So this side went together way easier than the passenger side, but overall still wasn't bad. It wasn't for the fact having to drill out those bottom shock mounts. Yeah, it would have been a really quick install. So that's about my only complaint. Does look like the truck might be just a touch lower in the back, but I think that's just the drive, the way it slopes backwards, measuring in the fenders. It's a little lower between the tire and the fender in the front. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Looks good. Again, next step will be to get all the crap off the sides, sand the truck down, and get it ready to Raptor line. So I think right now we're going to do an olive green and black accents, all of it Raptor. So we'll have that video hopefully coming soon. It might be a month or so before I get to that point, but yeah, it's where it's at. Got some other stuff coming. I plan to redo the mirrors. I'm going to put your new like 4th gen, 3rd gen style mirrors on here. This one here is broke, and also while towing, it really doesn't give great visibility. They don't come out far enough. So got that. Yeah, and that's kind of it for a little while. Eventually I will probably do something with the wheel setup on this, but we're going to run these tires are still decent. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will also leave the link to this kit in the description. So we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.